There we go. Just in terms of the running shoes, I was just chatting with the ladies and then pressed record. Hi guys. We are all gung-ho on this plan. I think it's good because there's 10 of us. So like if we all put $10 in, it's actually, you can get a nice prize for it. And it benefits all of us, right? Like if we're all talking about it and like marketing it the right way, like talking about it on your stories, taking like the picture that I sent in there and cropping it so that it doesn't say like price or anything, and like putting it into your story as you're talking about it and saying like, this is what we're giving away. I think we should open it up to, oh, Danielle, yay, good. I think we should open it up to past customers as well. Anyone who wants to upgrade their pack to a completion pack, anybody who wants to get like the 645, or I know isn't it what, next week that 645 releases, but all of the packs are on sale right now. It's all $24 off. So that's why we didn't get promo codes. So that's something we can say on top of it. Hi, Danielle. Sorry. That's something we can get on top of it all. You're muted anyway, so we can't hear you. Yeah, I got a little bit distracted there. What's going on? Something just popped up on my computer. Okay, sorry. So yeah, we can say all the packs are on sale already. Once you sign up, you're gonna get started. For my team cup, haven't figured it out. Oh, cool. Sweet. Yeah, like if you want to do something on top of it, if you don't want to be a part of the runners, you don't have to, but I just figured it'd be cool to anybody who signs up like within this group of people, they'd all get put into a draw. I got this idea actually from my girlfriend Taylor Slack. She does Modere, the like pudding that you drink to get skinny. It's like an all natural, it's a big thing. There's like a girlfriend of mine who used to be a coach of mine named Jordan. She moved over to Modere and she's been talking about it a lot too. But they had this incentive last month that if you signed up with them, you'd get entered in for a pair of Chanel shoes. And I was like, Chanel shoes? Like, I feel like we could make that more like sporty because of what we sell, right? Like it's more of a health and wellness bundle, right? So that's sort of where the Nike shoes came from. If you guys have other ideas, that's fine. I just figured that would be kind of a cool little deal. But yeah, I think we can say like, you can sign up as a coach, a preferred customer, or just a regular customer. Everyone will be entered into the draw. And hopefully that brings sort of attention to all of us, right? Like everybody in the group. But other than that, I know Mel, if you want to unmute, I know Mel was chatting with me a little bit when we were at one-on-one, saying that we want to do like weekly power hours as a like big group. I think that'd be really cool. I know that our time zones aren't very ideal. So I was thinking maybe we could open up a couple of slots throughout the week, and then whatever works best for you. You know, like maybe a time like this isn't ideal for Marisa, but maybe a Tuesday morning at like 11 a.m. would work better for her, right? So just like trying to make it more flexible, and then just having those like concrete times throughout the week that work best, and then you can just hop on for that working hour. I know that if you go to the Team Beachbody Champions page on Facebook, they have tons of like guided power hours. Hey guys, so like you could share screen with whoever you're on with, and you could like, they even set timers and everything, and they tell you like what they do to interact with people, what they do to reach out to people, and like they literally knock off that power hour list with you. So I think that's beneficial too, just like another little tool to kind of put in the toolbox. I know that sometimes we can get on a power hour and then it gets super chatty, and that's fine, like you can still connect. But then it's like the hour's gone and you're like, oh crap, I didn't really do much work. So trying to be a little more intentional about those power hours might be super helpful as well. But yeah, open to all of your guys' ideas on how we can kind of jumpstart this month and get some pretty good movement going around here. Oh, Stevie, yay. So
I just wanted to add to that. So I know we kind of already talked about it in our little chat, but as far as like the power hours and like intentional dedicated work hours, my focus personally is going to be on inviting. So that's my number one priority is inviting. And before I do anything else, I'm inviting. So, and how I've been doing is voice messages just because they can hear my voice. It's a little bit more personal. It's actually faster than typing. And so I'm like going ham with invites this month, you guys. Like every day, I don't care, non negotiable, sending them, hey, you should join my group. Hey, why don't you? Like, I've been sending free trials. Like, just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Try to make it organic when you're inviting, especially if it comes up in conversation. If people are curious, if they're liking your posts. But I just want to share that for you guys because, like, I know when I look at the tracker, sometimes I can get overwhelmed when it comes to like engaging and posts and like all the tasks we're supposed to be doing. If we just focus on inviting, write a list of people you want to touch base with and just send that invite and those follow-ups. Having that focus, even if it's just 5 people a day, so you're not too overwhelmed, send it. Just send it. Take 10 minutes out of your day to send those invites. And I swear, like, that's going to be the thing that's going to move us forward this month.
I agree. And I love that. And something to also consider, like, yes, we all blow each other up on our posts. But like looking at your likes on some like tasks, like the amazing reel that you posted today, like going through the likes and like seeing who engaged on that isn't per se a part of Beachbody or a part of our team, and just putting their name on the list. And when you can get to it, crossing their name off the list. You know how like satisfying that is, that you're like, okay, at least I reached out to them and now it's up to them, right? And just keeping it like, if you want to keep it super simple in the beginning, like, thank you so much for the love on my post and for following my journey. If you're ever in need of any help, like, I'm here to help you. It's what I do. Just giving them that, like, I don't know, opening that door of conversation can be huge for you. So yeah, even though sometimes it can be like, oh, well, that post didn't do as well as I wanted to, like, I put a lot of effort into that. Like, even though it didn't do as well, there's still people that liked it. There's still people outside of us and outside of the bigger picture of our team that did interact with it. Regardless, there's always going to be, right? So putting those people on a list, and just like when you can get to it, just getting in their inbox and even just saying thank you for that, right? I know a personal thank you goes a long way. So yeah, that's the other thing. I was thinking, so Mel has her free group that's running on Facebook, which is amazing. I feel like if we all continue to kind of like add people to that over the next month, people who have interest but aren't really ready to just like take the full plunge, and are just kind of like wanting to dip their toes in the idea, you can always say that, you guys. You can always say like, hey, if you don't want like the full commitment yet, and like you still want to be considered for the shoes, but you want to kind of see how the month goes, we can plug you into this free platform on Facebook and you can kind of just like get a taste of our community. But I think something that's going to be super beneficial this month, and it would become a team effort, like we'd all have to kind of work together to make it work, but revamping the either Mel's ongoing bod group or creating a brand new bod group where we're all kind of, we all are dipping our toes and getting some posts in there, like real pinned posts that like require like a little bit of motivation and a little bit of like dedication there. And then also I can't work out myself, but I can start like posting my meals. As soon as I'm healed up, I can start doing some lighter workouts, some maybe yoga, and I can post like sweaty selfies in there, but I can post my shakes, and just making sure that we're keeping that sort of moving as well. And anybody who signed up last month, for example, Mel signed up 2 people last month, I believe. Ashley Jeffrey, I don't know where she is, but she signed up, I think 3 people last month as well. So just making sure that they're shifting them into that platform so that they start seeing that, and we're all kind of working together. So I don't know, Tassis, are you in there? Because I know that you're kind of, yeah, you're in, you have your,
I might be.
you might be.
Right now? Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, as long as we're all in there. If you're not in there, just let us know. I think I've seen most of your faces in there before, but just like adding that to your power hour list, you guys, is like going through that group, liking the post. Like honestly,
Commenting.
like the post. It sucks when like you go through it and the only people liking it are like me and Mel. It's like there's so many of us in there that like the more just likes you get, it's like, damn, like there's a bunch of cheerleaders in here for me, right? So just like making sure that we're working as a team to make that so that when you're inviting, you can say, and you can scroll through it with a screen recording and you can say like, look at our amazing community that you can be plugged into as soon as you take the plunge for your health and wellness, right? And just showing that off and like being very intentional about it. So I don't know if we want to like hands up if you want to help with posting. Maybe we can each like assign a day where you're just like throwing in some motivation and pinning a post. It kind of just falls on Mel majority of the time. And I know that she really tries to keep the free group going and everything. And it's a lot for her to juggle all on her own. So there's 10 of us, there's only 7 days a week. So if anyone wants to help with a post or two throughout the weeks, that would be super helpful. I think that that would help us all just have a space, right? Like one thing that I find perfect. Thank you guys. Yeah, we can sort of assign a day that works for everyone. I'm good with whatever day, just give me a day. I could probably do like Wednesdays or Thursdays. But I feel like we talk about this amazing community, which we have, but I feel like our coaching community is like the community we talk about more, which is fine. But I feel like giving our challengers more of a taste of what goes on in our group chats and our coaching community and like our like hype up squad, like when we send our posts around and everything, I feel like if we brought more of that energy into a bod group, we'd have more confidence talking about our bod groups. Do you guys agree? Because there would just be more to show. There'd be more to say, like, you guys, like, you're missing out. Like, this is straight FOMO. Like, I know lots of you who follow top coaches were watching the leadership retreat. Does that not make you guys want to friggin' light a fire under your ass to get moving with this business? Because like, holy crap, it did it for me. Like, I was like, holy, but we didn't see it for like, I think they maybe did like a virtual one last year. I'm almost positive they did a virtual one last year. And then the one before that, I wasn't following enough top coaches because I was new at all of this. But now I'm following enough coaches that I saw like tons of people go there hanging out with Amwala. Like they were literally hanging out with him, you guys, like having drinks with him on the like at the poolside. Like what? How cool is that? You know, like putting yourself in that position and saying like, listen, if they can do it, why can't I? Helping, but making sure you're fostering something here that allows you to dream big, right? So yeah, I think it'd be really cool if we all just, you know, like wherever you want this business to take you, that's great. But if you guys want to put all like go all in this month, I know that we're 5 days in, but take everything that you've learned over however long you've been doing this for and put it all forward. I bet you every single one of you guys can hit Success Club this month. You know, like think about it. It's only 3 people that you have to inspire to take a chance on this wellness journey. You know, pull out all the stops. You know, we've done this transformations today, which I loved. Okay, like just thinking about it in the like bigger picture of things. You know, we're going to do the runners. We're going to do the power hours. We're going to amp up the bod groups, right? Like these are all things that we can be talking about and being excited about it, bringing that energy into your stories and not just posting your moves, but being like, damn, like this has literally changed my life. Like I was talking to my OB, I told you guys in the chat. I know Hannah was maybe not there, but I was telling my OB that this is what I do. And she's like, I have been doing Beachbody programs for years. She's like, I love Beachbody. She's like, she's like, you do that for work? Like she was actually like shocked that it was a thing. My OB, like a doctor. And I was like, yeah, like it's pretty cool. I'm like, it really helped me postpartum, like just feel like I was something more than a mom. And I kind of explained it a little bit to her, like what it's done for me. But telling your story, you guys, and like what this, maybe it's different for people who aren't moms. It maybe they needed that, but talking about that is going to relate to somebody. There's going to be somebody out there that's like, damn, I've lost myself too through this pandemic. Maybe not physically, but maybe mentally. Maybe I don't have people that I can go, like maybe I'm not vaccinated. Maybe I can't go out to eat, right? Like maybe I need this community. But if we can show people the like community aspect that we all see, like we all see it because we're all a part of it, right? But bringing that in and like really encouraging your newer people to get into those bod groups and giving them something to want to be in there for is going to help a lot, I think. So yeah, I just did a lot of talking and brain vomiting. So if you guys want to talk, like powwow it out. Seriously, I'm here for all of it. I just obviously haven't hosted something in a while. So of course I'm like telling you all the things that have been like, and then like, obviously we lost Instagram yesterday. How cool would it be if they had somewhere like our bod group to be scrolling through and having fun with yesterday? Like bod group didn't go down, you guys, right? Like if we turned on that and we're like, oh well, Instagram's down but we're still running, like making a funny post in there and like, who's still doing your workout, Beachbody's not down, like making it fun in there. Like you can go live in those bod groups. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can actually go live in those bod groups, and like who knows who would hop on. But hey, like I think it saves after. I've never done it, but I think it'd be a cool little tool that if it, like, who knows if Instagram's going to go down again, but we have our private platform, right? So just, yeah, allowing that to sort of be our kind of like pathway here. I'll make sure it runs an admin. Perfect. Thank you, Mel. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys. I'm like, I feel like I'm talking so much. Mel, help me chit chat.
I was gonna say, like, totally, like I'm so excited, you guys, but like honestly with the bod groups, like that space has so much potential to be the new Instagram. Like if Instagram went down, what would we do? That would be our place, straight up. Like, and like Brian was joking to me, he's like, how would you get the word out if you didn't have Instagram? I was like, I'd go door to door, I would like send out flyers, but like we need to make this group so that every challenger that we get in there is like, you guys, like I'm on this app, this is cooler than MyFitnessPal, I cannot wait to check in every single day because I don't have to count calories. I love my workouts. It has everything. It has meditations. It has all this stuff. There's an amazing community. I'm getting 1 million likes and comments. And like, like we have the power to do that. And I just think like this month, I know we can do it if we just all work together. And I know I want that to be when I log in every day, like be so excited to check in and see what everyone's up to. It's just going to take a group effort. And that's what people need. Like the last few conversations I've been having with people are struggling right now, you guys, like seriously struggling. Almost every conversation, I'm sick, I'm like so overwhelmed, my job is horrible. They need this, you guys, like they literally need this. I don't care what excuse people give you, there's a way to flip it. And if you just keep that conversation up, like don't word vomit and tell them all of it. Just be there for them, listen to them. And how can you turn their excuses into something that's like, I know you're so tired, but guess what? This is going to give you energy. And I know you are like so lost right now. I was too. And like the power of community, and flip those excuses on their head and just be like, just try it. Try it for 3 weeks. And if you hate it, that's cool, but give it an honest to God shot. And like, people have 30 days to get their money back. Like there really is no excuses. And if you're having trouble with a conversation, come into that group chat and we'll help you.
Definitely. Yeah, we're all in this together. And like another thing that reminded me is like we still had email yesterday, like something that would have been funny if you like start building an email list. Something that's very tedious, especially like when you start to get quite a few customers and you're getting like lead customers and everything. But like actually writing down an email list could help you so much in those times where it's like, hey, I know that Instagram and Facebook took a plunge today, but meet me over in bod groups. I'm about to go live. Giving people something to plug into in those times. Do you know how like beneficial that would have been for us? But that would take like pre-planning. So this has happened now, like it's gone now. But if it were to ever happen again, just having those like little things to kind of like plug people into and it actually be something you're confident plugging them into, right? And hopefully just with as this month rolls out, whoever feels good to keep it up for the next month, then, you know, like because we're going to sign people up this month, right? So like allowing that to continue into the next month and the month after that will help them too. Like they will tell their friends about it. You know, you guys, I've told you this many times, but like you want a customer to go tell their friends, like, look at this amazing community I'm a part of. You know, everyone's cheering me on. We're all doing these workouts together. Yeah, we do them at home separately, but like we're all sort of in it together, right? So I think that that is huge as well. It's just like giving them something to talk about, giving them something to want to tell their friends, like, hey, I better give you Tassis's handle because like she's really helped me. You know, like I've been there. You know, like it happens like that. That is literally how coaching was born, you guys. Coaching was born because so many people had such great results mentally and physically from this that they like couldn't help but share about it. And Beachbody saw it as a like a maybe we can turn this into something. Like Beachbody didn't start as like a coaching MLM thing. It started as just like DVDs that they went out with. And Carl flipped it and was like, well, look at all these people that love it. Like, why don't we pay them a little bit to promote it for us? Right? So it doesn't have to, like, I feel like, I don't know if you guys have seen it recently, but like, it's kind of like messed with my mentality a little bit that there's like, I see that there's like a stigma behind Beachbody coaches. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but like, it messes with my mentality even though I know that like what we have is so special and what it's done for me and so many people that like around me has been so beneficial. And when we all get together, there's like literally a magic that happens. um, there's people that didn't have that. There's people that signed up as a coach and they didn't have the support guidance community that we have, and it puts a bad taste in their mouth, and then they go and make a reel about it, about like Beachbody coaching, and then that circulates, and then you're looking at the likes on it and you're like, whoa, there's like 4,000 likes on that, like 4,000 people agree with that, and you're like, whoa, like it can really mess with your mentality. But I want you guys to know that like we're still in this for certain reasons. They can all be different reasons, right? But I think it comes down to how it's made you feel and how much you want others to feel that way, right? And keep carrying that with you when you see someone slamming it, so that you can look at it and be like, I feel so sad that you didn't have what we had, right? I feel really sad that you didn't get that experience from this, because unfortunately, like this has helped me a lot, right? So it's too bad, but like there are going to be people out there that say it. And I just want you guys to maybe try to like filter that out. And if you need to like do some like a journal entry on it and something that you can like resort back to, or if you need to make a folder, like I actually have a folder saved on my phone, and anytime somebody sends me a message of like how I've helped them or a transformation or anything that's like beneficial that I've helped them with through Beachbody coaching, I find that that to me is like my safety net, that when like that's going on in the backfield, right? I can look at that and be like, man, like who cares what that person, one person's opinion is, right? Like I've helped all these people feel better about themselves in one way, shape, or form, right? So like, I'm going to actually more focus on that. So yeah, that's something, I don't know, like hands up if you've been like getting that, like that's the power of reels, you know, guys, like there's maybe a needle in a haystack, how many of those are out there, but we see them because it's a part of our algorithm, right? Just in general with us doing network marketing, like we're going to see those type of reels in our algorithm. So just like, you know, filtering that out and kind of putting a block there and just reminding yourself like why you do this, why you promote this is going to help a lot, I find, right? So yeah, blinders on for sure, Mel. I agree. I get a lot of negative reels on my feed, and I'm like, ouch, who was your coach? Yeah, exactly. Like it all comes down to the experience, and you don't want to be that coach, right? Like nobody wants to be that coach that like signs somebody up and then like feeds them to the wolves. Like I'll go through the comments on those just to see like, okay, who's commenting on this? And a lot of it is people being like, I signed up for Beachbody with this girl and she was all gung-ho on me signing up and she was all in my inbox and blah, blah, blah. The moment I sign up, I never hear from her again. You know, like taking that with you is okay. And being like, damn, I would never want to do that to somebody. Right? Like, and I'm not saying to like be in that person's inbox every single day, but like checking on them once a week is like, and like if they don't reply, they don't reply. At least you did your job, right? Like if they signed up with you, it's like almost like a part of your job to just say, hey, how are things going? Are you enjoying the program? Have you stuck it out? You know, have you checked into the bod group? Little things like that that just show like, hey, I didn't just want your money. Like I actually want to see that you do well with this. So one thing, I follow a coach, and I was like, damn, like that's a really good thing to say on your stories. Cause like I can be guilty for it too, you guys, is like getting someone signed up, helping them pick a program, them maybe not wanting to plug into the bod group, you checking in here and there, but not like actually saying like, it's my job to get you through this program. Like pick this program, tell me at the halfway point how you're doing. And if you like, let's celebrate when you finish this program. Like, don't just finish a program and then not tell me about it, right? It's actually my job to help you complete a program. So let's find one that you're happy with. Let's find one that you're comfortable with. Let's find one that like makes you want to get up and work out, and let's do it, right? I may not be doing the same one as you, but I'll be by your side checking in. So yeah, those are just my little pieces. I've been doing a lot of observing, I'm sure you guys have. And it's like you see it a little bit of both, right? Like I feel like we will always promote what it's done for us, and there's so many reels like that that are like amazing about what it's done for us. So like seeing the like not so amazing ones can kind of get to your head, but just don't let it. Like that's my best advice, is don't let it. I don't know if you guys have it, but one thing. Yes, a group chat. Yes, you were telling me about this, Hannah. I remember. You have it on Facebook, right? Like a Facebook group chat. And like a lot of them are people like, why aren't you coaching? Like you'd be so good at it. Yeah. Yeah. It's the stepping stone for sure. Right? I'm in Hannah's group chat. Oh, really? You are? Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I love that. I think it'd be really cool to do that as well. I know that it can be like some people prefer the bod group, some people prefer a group chat, some people prefer a free group and just staying in the free group for the motivation. And it's like, it can be hard as a coach to kind of figure out like, do you guys find that? Like, what do you want? Like, do you want me to leave you alone? Do you want to be in the bod group? Do you like, what do you need from me? And I think just asking them that, like at the end of the day, saying, listen, I have different ways of checking in when they've decided to sign up. Just like, listen, I have like 5 different ways I can check in with you to see how you're doing. You can get into this bod group where there's a bunch of people doing it. If that's not your jam, I can check in with you every Thursday when I do my rounds, you know, like if that's not your jam, I can plug you into a group chat where we're talking every day about it. Like, what do you want? And maybe like opening that up to them and being like, hey, like, I'll meet you where you're at, but I want you to know that I'm not just going to leave you. Like, we're in this now. So yeah, maybe giving them that option. And if you are feeling like a lot of people would prefer a group chat, setting up a pod, right? Like, I know we've got lots on the go, but like that would be your pod with your people. So, and if you want to add a couple coaches in there to make it a bit more bumping with like a few of their people, then that's fine too, right? So yeah, I think that that's kind of a cool way to do it, is like making it about them. Like, don't just conform to how it works for me and how it's worked for me. Like, I'm happy to do what's comfortable with you. So yeah, fitness bingo, October 15th. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and then I saw another coach who's doing like Spirit Week this week. Like, I think it'd be cool to like maybe near the end of the month do Spirit Week, like it is Halloween week. You know, like I don't even know, like pajama day as one of them, crazy hair day as one of them. You know, just like something that kind of engages people, and we can all post about it and we can all tag each other, you know. Yeah, just like little things like that that kind of just keep the. So for bingo, Hannah, do you mind unmuting and telling us sort of how it's going to work? Like, is it going to be different things they have to do to complete the bingo? Like, I think Alyssa Pajos was posting something about a bingo she was doing.
Yeah, so basically I'm still working on what the slots are going to be, but the first person to make an X in their bingo sheet will get a prize. Still don't know what it is. It'll probably be like 3 packets of Shakeology with like some Energize and maybe like some loops or something like that. But it kind of just keeps the group bumping. And then like I have 3 girls in my group chat, and they're all challengers, but they keep bringing girls into me, and every single time they do it, I'm like, why aren't you making this paycheck? Like, why are you giving them to me? Like, why? Like, you guys are good at this. You're bringing in people that you know, and you're like, not that I'm complaining, you're, paying, bills and stuff, but like, you can be doing this. Why don't you want to do this? So this is probably the best way for the whole group to kind of see how much fun it is to start bringing in all these games and start getting included. And the more I find with the group that I have, the more we do, the more they talk about it, and the more people that get brought into that group. Like that whole group, there's a couple of them that I've never, ever, ever met in my whole life, and they've been with me for almost a year.
I love that. That's amazing. That is so cool, Hannah. And I honestly think like if you and Ashley, since you guys are on the same team right now, if you guys wanted to do a little push to diamond this month, like if you guys both rank advance to diamond this month, do you know how much that's going to help your team cup team points? Like huge. Like I rank advance to diamond on a team cup month, and I think it gives you like some kind of a few points extra.
Wow.
But if you and Ashley want to like between the two of you, kind of like have a bit of a push between the two of you, yeah, like I would definitely, this is a good month to do it. You know, you can benefit your team a little bit, you can benefit yourself, and it just like, yeah, I think that'd be really cool. So on top of the bingo, right? And yeah, I think that's, I don't know if you want, I don't know what you would want to do with it, but just in general, like if you guys are down to do a push to diamond, like I'll put in an incentive of some kind. I don't know, but like something to just like keep your guys's like a carrot dangling, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, even like something so little can be like so big when it comes to like going for a goal, just to feel like, oh, I got that goal, right? Like Bear Activewear does it all the time with their affiliates, that they're like, you know, if you have the most sales this month, they do some cool things. Like if you have the most sales this month, I'll give you a $50 gift card, when we already get like money back for any purchase made. So it's like an extra, it's like, oh, well, I'm already going to get like a little bit kickback anyway. So why don't I just like promote for it a bit, right? So yeah, like little things like that always help too, I find.
Yeah. I feel like I'm so close, but so far away. Like, Cassandra is shooting to go Emerald for October, but she just came back as a coach, and all of my other coaches rolled into PCs because life, and Danielle's killing it. She's on this call. She'll have 8 Success Club points this month alone.
What?
Like she's already made her list. Like she's already Emerald. Like she's kicking ass. But
Good job, Danielle. I loved her little group workout with her cousin or whatever it was. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Really
so
cool
I
content.
mean, I feel like she was a huge part of me getting so close. And so I feel like I'm so close, but I'm so far away. Like there's like a little bit more hustle that has to happen, but it feels like there's so much more that has to happen, if that makes sense.
Oh my gosh, Diamond can be like that. Like, for example, Danielle, the other Danielle, she was like 2 steps to Diamond for like, I think she had Brooke at Emerald because Brooke's under Danielle. And then she had Ashley at halfway to Emerald because Mel's under Ashley, like Ashley Griffiths. And she had like, I think it was like 1 less coach on 1 leg. So she only really needed like Ashley to go Emerald and then 1 more coach and she'd be Diamond. And
Yeah.
she was pregnant and she was like, oh my gosh, like it just feels like I'll never go Diamond. I'm like, babe, you're literally like touching Diamond. Like it won't even, all it takes is a couple yeses and you're good. Like it's crazy how like it can feel like that for so long. And then boom, it's like, oh my God, I'm Diamond today. Like it's just so weird. So yeah, I'm really excited for you. That's so exciting. And
Thank you.
there will be big celebrations for that. That's like the funnest part, the most fun part about going Diamond. But yeah, I feel like everybody this month for sure can hit Success Club. Just write down your list, guys. You know, Danielle's already set up for SC8. Is anyone going to top her and go SC10 this month? The world is your oyster, right? So
you guys like set your goals high. Like it's Team Cup month. Like I feel like normally our goals are SC5. Like everybody should be SC10. If you're on this call right now, SC10. It's 5 people. It's 5 people. Everyone can do it. Also with the PC, we could be popping diamonds, like, or like very close to diamond, you guys. And to get runners, we just need a bump in group. Like straight up, we need a bump in group. And we know that our coaches are going to come from our group. So as long as we keep engaging, keep planting those seeds and tell them about the opportunity, we'll all get there.
yeah, and if you guys want to go live, like I will mention that October 27th is going to be a super heavy day for me. It is the 1-year anniversary of losing Hayden. So I'm thinking that week I'm going to be a little more to myself, and I'm sure for good reason. But if anyone wants to go live with me over the next like couple of weeks here, we could go live, talk coaching a little bit. We can do a 3-person split screen. I think you can do up to 4. Is that correct? On lives on Instagram? Yeah.
I think so. I don't know for sure. I know I think I've gone on with 3 people before.
Yeah, like I think that if we wanted like sort of group off, and if there's like 3 people that want to go live and chat coaching and then another 3 people, and then we all just share it to our stories so everyone sees it. I think that that'd be really cool too, like a little mini what is coaching, just like some like FAQs, frequently asked questions about coaching. And if anyone who hops on has questions, they can ask. And, you know, maybe just telling, like, honestly, I'm being serious when I say like just telling your story about how you got into coaching and what it's done for you benefits way more than going over like all the topics, because I feel like we do cover most of the topics when sharing our story. You know, like the transformation comes into play, the community comes into play, the income comes into play, like it all sort of falls into itself more naturally, I find, if you just sort of tell your own story, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking too, is if anyone wants to do that this month, we can totally do that. But yeah, I feel like anyone else wants to say anything? That was good powwow. We can maybe chat more in the chat about like a couple times a week that we could maybe do. Maybe we'll do like a more earlier daytime for the ones who don't work or don't work a day job. for them to kind of plug into like a more like Beachbody Champions power hour. And then people in the evenings, like you guys use that to your advantage. Like go to the team Beachbody Champions. If you guys even want to do that on your own, like those are top coaches that are telling you how they have ran their business and what they get accomplished in an hour to help their business move forward. It's super helpful. So yeah, wanting to do that. And if you want to just jump in our chat and say, hey, like I'm about to do an hour of work if anyone's around, giving a couple hours notice is super helpful too. Just so that everyone can kind of like ground their bearings and figure out what works for them, right? But giving a bit of a heads up is also very helpful. Cold invites, how? I haven't been comfortable with them. I follow 5 to 10 new accounts a day, but cold invites I'm not good with. To be honest, I'm not a big cold inviter either. I've never been. I mean, a lot of people, that's their jam. But for me, it starts with a compliment. You know, like I'll see something on their page that I resonate with or that I align with or whatever. And I'll say, like, I'm working on a girl right now. She's actually recovering from getting her tubes out and she's a mom. And so like, we're both in like a recovery of our surgeries. And like, it started with me being like, oh man, I'm recovering right now too. Isn't it rough when you have another little one to worry about and blah, blah. And then we went back and forth over voice note and just like talked about our surgeries. But she didn't even follow me at this point at all. Like I've been following her for a while. She's struggled with postpartum depression. She's had quite a bit of stuff come up in her life where I'm like, man, this girl's a good follow. She's somebody who talks on her stories. Like she's somebody who, if she decided to coach, she'd do really well. She has a Peloton, so she'll like sit there and she'll like do a boomerang on her Peloton. So I'm like trying to convert her. It'll be an eventual thing, you know what I mean? But this is where it begins, right? And I'm like going back and forth telling her why I needed my surgery. I told her about Hayden, my loss, this pregnancy, everything like that. She rebutted back to me about why she needed to get her tubes tied and la, 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 la. And now she's following me. And see how organic that is. And now she's going to find out very quickly who I am because like I share about it, I talk about it, I post about it, I share your guys' stuff, I reshare. So it's not going to take her long to realize who I am. And that's up to her, right? Like if she likes what she sees, maybe she'll like reply to one of my stories and be like, oh, what is this that you're doing? Like I ride a Peloton bike. Right? Oh, well, I do these home workouts. Like, have you ever heard of Beachbody? So simple. Or have you ever been a part of a virtual accountability group? Something so simple. And then if she says no, like, what's that all about? Explaining it a little bit and being like, we're always looking for more people who want to live a healthier lifestyle. There's an awesome community that goes with it. If you ever have questions, let me know. Like that to me is way more organic and I know that takes time and work and effort, but that's something that we should be doing all the time, you guys, like little things like that. It doesn't have to always start with like, oh, we both have a surgery. Cool. But like just something that's relatable to you, Hannah, it could be that you follow another nanny. And you're like, oh, we nanny together. Like, I love kids, this and that, back and forth. How long have you been doing it for? Like just little things that become like, oh, like you're my people, you're my person. Right. And then when they feel like they're your person, then it starts to be like, oh, she could be my person too. Look how healthy she is. Look how much she's changing her life. Look how many people are cheering her on. Look how, like, just allowing it to kind of turn that way rather than, some of my best coaches, you guys, have been people, and I'm going to say this straight up, have been people who were coaches under other people and took the 6-month break and said, screw that, I'm getting zero support from my coach. And I literally see how much I see it firsthand, how much you support your girls. And like, I want a piece of that pie, right? Like Ashley Jeffrey didn't just get born one day. She's gonna watch this and thanks, Paige. But it's true, right? Like it started with her not being treated properly with her coach and wanting to find going literally 6 months without coach status so that she can switch to me. You want those kind of people, you guys. You know, you want to be inspiring people to want to join you in that way too. Not just people who are like fresh off the boat, but you know what I mean, right? Like it's cool to kind of have people that like maybe didn't get the same training that you can offer them or the same guidance that you can offer them. Do you want to say hi, Caleb? Caleb went to preschool today, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Do you remember Hannah? Did you hang out with Hannah the other day?
Yeah.
Say hi, Hannah.
Hi, Anna.
Hannah babysat Caleb while I was at an ultrasound. It was so helpful. But yeah, so either way, I'm just like rambling now and I'm sorry, but I could talk about it all the time. Just like inspiring people, giving them a reason to want to see what it's all about is basically our literal goal, right? Like, what's this you're doing with your team? And, you know, to be honest with you, there's coaches out there that I see and I'm like, man, I wish I could switch to you. Like, I know that sounds awful, but like, I'm sure you guys see it too. We're like,
Hi, Caleb.
you know, you see things that they're doing with their team and you're like, man, I wish I had that. But then you take that idea and you run with it, or you like make it your own and you allow it to inspire you and allow you to bring something to your team, right? So yeah, it's all just kind of like picking up what works for you and leaving what doesn't, right? Right? Should we wrap up this call?
No.
No. Why? I think it's time for you to go to bed. I think it is. He was so funny. He like did not sleep last night. It was almost like he was going to Disneyland or something. You guys remember that commercial where it's like, I'm too excited to sleep, the Disneyland commercial? He was like that excited about going to school today. It was so cute. Okay, you can't lean on me, honey. I'm sorry. Ouch. Thank you. Anyways, guys, shall we wrap this up? I'm gonna actually turn the recording off. Caleb,